Welcome back to Narrations. Tonight's story is about transformation, the kind that doesn't come from money, success, or luck, but from experiences that crack open the heart and slowly rebuild it. It's about learning gratitude, humility, compassion, and purpose. This is The Ultimate Gift, 2006, a journey that begins with loss, but ends with something far richer than wealth. It starts with Jason Stevens, a young man who believes he has life figured out. He's charming, carefree, reckless, and convinced the world owes him something. He wakes up late, drives expensive cars he didn't earn, and floats through life on the wealth created by his grandfather, billionaire oil tycoon Red Stevens, a man everyone respected and feared. When Red passes away, the Stevens family gathers for the reading of the will. The room buzzes with anticipation, everyone waiting to see what slice of fortune they'll receive. But Red was a man who never did anything simply. Instead of distributing wealth to the greedy, entitled relatives, he leaves each of them something minimal, a subtle punishment wrapped in politeness. Then comes Jason. He expects millions. Maybe properties. Maybe everything. But Red leaves him nothing, except a set of instructions. A message, recorded before his death, appears on the screen. Red, sitting on a rocking chair in a quiet country room, smiles at Jason and says, "I want to give you the ultimate gift. But you'll have to earn it." Jason scoffs, annoyed, embarrassed in front of the family. But curiosity, and maybe pride, forces him to stay. Red explains that Jason must complete a series of gifts, each one revealing something he's never understood about himself or the world. If Jason quits at any point, the journey ends, and he gets nothing. If he continues, the ultimate gift awaits. At first, Jason agrees only because he wants the prize. The wealth. The inheritance. The life he believes he deserves. Something inside him softens. He learns that Emily is sick. She has leukemia. And despite everything she faces, surgeries, treatments, exhaustion, she still smiles. Still laughs. Still finds wonder in small things. Jason, for the first time in his life, feels small. Small in comparison to her strength. Small in comparison to her courage. Red's third lesson begins quietly, the gift of friendship. Emily invites Jason into her world, a world of jokes, dreams, little moments of magic. She asks him what he wants to be when he grows up. Jason, embarrassed, shrugs. "I don't know." Emily nods. "That's okay. You'll figure it out." Through Emily, Jason begins learning that real wealth isn't about cars or clothes but about connection, honest, human connection. Red's next message appears. To know your friends, Jason, you must also know your enemies. Jason doesn't think he has enemies, until he meets the people who want him to fail, who think he's a joke, who want him out of Red's inheritance. Their cruelty reveals something painful. Jason has made no meaningful relationships. No roots. No loyalty. Nothing real. This realization hurts more than any physical labor. The next gift is the gift of learning. Red sends him to a library, telling him to read. Not business books. Not financial guides. But biographies, philosophies, stories of human struggle and triumph. Jason reads slowly at first, then hungrily. For the first time, he learns how other people think. How they survive. How they find purpose. During all this, he keeps spending time with Emily and Alexia. He takes them to the park. He listens to Emily talk about dreams she might not live long enough to chase. He watches Alexia struggle to hold everything together. And somewhere in the middle of this simple, painful beauty, Jason changes. He begins helping people without expecting anything back. He smiles more. He listens more. He feels more. Red's next video message arrives quietly. The gift of problems, Jason, teaches you who you are. And he's about to face his biggest one yet. Emily's health begins to decline. Her appointments become more frequent. Her energy gives out faster. Her laughter becomes softer, but never disappears. Jason sits beside her in the hospital one night, listening as she talks about heaven like it's a place she already knows. She tells him she's not scared. That she's grateful for the life she had, even the short parts. Jason's throat tightens. He can feel that something is coming. Something heavy. Red's journey for him is no longer about inheritance. It's about becoming someone who can carry grief and still choose goodness. Emily touches his hand. Jason, promise me something. What? He whispers. Do something good with your life. He nods, and the promise sits in his heart like a seed waiting for spring. Because Emily has already given him something Red never could have planned, the gift of love. The pure kind, the truthful kind, the kind that changes you forever. And soon, Jason will have to face the hardest gift of all, the one that breaks him before it makes him whole. Jason Stevens had begun a journey he never expected, a journey that stripped away his ego, softened his anger, and opened his heart to people he once would have walked past without a second glance. But the hardest lessons were still waiting. Emily's health continues to decline. The hospital becomes her second home. Her laughter remains bright, but her breaths grow thinner, and Jason, for the first time in his life, experiences a fear he can't run from, the fear of losing someone he truly cares about. Red's next message arrives with quiet gravity. The gift of family, Jason, not the one you're born into, but the one you build. Jason spends every spare moment with Emily and her mother, Alexia. He helps bring food, reads to Emily, and holds her hand through every difficult night. He's changed, not because of money, but because of love. Alexia sees it. Emily feels it. Jason doesn't fully understand it yet, but Red does. This was always part of the plan. Jason is then sent to visit people Red considered family, old friends, people Red helped in his youth, individuals who struggled and survived because someone cared. These visits teach Jason that generosity isn't a transaction, it's a legacy. It echoes long after your life ends. Then comes the gift of gratitude. Jason is sent to a destitute village in Ecuador where Red once funded a medical clinic. The trip is exhausting, long hikes, cold nights, and hard work, but Jason finds beauty in the simplicity of the people there. Children smile with bare feet. Families share food with strangers. Gratitude fills every corner of the place, even though they have so little. When Jason returns to the U.S., he carries more than memories. He carries responsibility. But as Red's lessons deepen, life delivers its most painful one. Emily's condition worsens rapidly. One quiet night in the hospital, Jason sits beside her as she rests against the pillows, her small hands tucked under her chin like she's trying to hold on to her own heartbeat. She looks up at him and says, "I had a dream I was flying, and you were there too." Jason smiles weakly. "Did we go far?" Emily nods. "Everywhere." He tries to hide the fear in his eyes, but Emily has always seen right through him. She reaches for his hand and whispers, "Thank you for being my friend." Jason swallows the ache in his throat. "I should be thanking you." "Why?" she asks softly. "Because you changed me." Emily smiles, tired, peaceful. "Good. Don't change back." Not long after, she slips away. The world grows very quiet for Jason. There's no inheritance he wants. No money that matters. Just the echo of a little girl's courage and a promise he now feels bound to keep. Jason breaks down in Alexia's arms at the funeral, the winter sunlight turning everything pale and distant. He feels helpless, but Alexia steadies him. "You gave her joy," she whispers. "You were a gift to her too." And with that, the grief becomes something he wants to carry, not something he wants to escape. Red's next recorded message arrives on a day Jason feels he cannot move. This one is different. Red's voice is softer, almost fatherly. "Jason, life will break you. It broke me more than once. But you must continue. You must choose to live with purpose." He tells Jason about losing a child of his own, how grief changed him. How it made him want to help others who struggled. How Jason's mother, Red's daughter, had once been his biggest source of pride. Jason listens with tears filling his eyes. Red wasn't just teaching him. He was preparing him. The next gifts unfold like stepping stones. The gift of giving. Jason surprises Alexia by paying Emily's medical bills, all of them, anonymously. He doesn't want credit. He just wants to honor Emily. The gift of a day. Jason spends a full day doing things Emily loved, flying kites, eating ice cream, watching the sunset. He realizes joy doesn't have to end, it just changes form. The gift of dreams. He starts imagining a future, something he never cared about before. When Jason returns for the final meeting with Red's attorney, Hamilton, the room feels different. Jason feels different. Hamilton asks him what he wants. Jason answers honestly, "I want to make something good. Something Emily would be proud of." Hamilton smiles, because this answer is the key that unlocks everything. He leads Jason into a beautifully lit room, where Red's final message plays. Red looks older, gentler, wiser. "Jason," he says, "if you're watching this, you've earned the final gift." Jason holds his breath. This last gift isn't money. It's not power. It's a chance to use everything you've learned. Hamilton hands Jason a folder, and inside is a deed to a vast piece of land valued at billions. Jason stares stunned. But Red continues, "This land is for you to build a place of hope. A place where people can find second chances. A place where young lives can be lifted up." Jason realizes instantly what he must build. Something for kids like Emily. Something for families like Alexia's. Something that transforms pain into purpose. The Emily House. A place for children fighting illness. A place filled with light, and laughter, and life, where no one feels alone the way Emily sometimes did. Jason's hands shake as he signs the papers. He isn't the boy who walked in months ago. He's a man shaped by hardship, kindness, and love. Hamilton nods proudly. "You finally understand, Jason. Red didn't want to give you his money. He wanted to give you yourself." And that's the ultimate gift. The movie ends with Jason standing on the land that will become Emily House. The wind across the field is soft. The sky is endless. And for the first time, Jason smiles, a real smile, the kind that comes from purpose. He whispers to the sky, "I kept my promise, Emily." The screen fades, gentle and warm, reminding us, sometimes the richest inheritance isn't money. It's compassion. It's courage. It's choosing to live a life worthy of the people we've lost, and the people we want to help. If you enjoyed this narration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Narrations, where stories are told with heart, healing, and hope.